There's several ways to cut a quilt. You can use the old-fashioned way with a regular ruler, which has been around longer than our quilt rulers, and a marker. You would simply use a color, make a mark, do 2 inches, cut it with, you know, do 2 inches, and then 2 inches over this way, mark it. Cut it with the scissors. If you're using scissors, if you don't own one of these, it's a scissor sharpener. This is by Friskers. I'm sure there's other brands. Highly recommended. How many times has somebody grabbed your scissors and used them for something other than quilting? We all know that struggle. That struggle is definitely real. This is a standard, my very first quilting ruler. This has been around forever. This is an easy rule tool. It's forever and ever old. So first I'm going to square off my edges here. A shout out goes to this part to my mom and dad for getting me this other wonderful quilting ruler, which I'm going to use here in a minute. And to PM Quilting, as in P as in Peter, M as in Mary, quilting.com. They have made this wonderful ruler that does not slip. I'm cutting through 8 layers of fabric at the moment, which with this other ruler is totally awesome. I have to flip my board around. I'm done with this ruler because I'm right-handed. I don't cut left-handed. Oh, come on. Be careful of your cutting blades, please, because if they fall on the floor and hit you in the toe, they will cut your foot. My mom's friend knows this from experience. She sliced it open. They're just dangerous. So, this is an adjustable ruler. It has locks. Mine's set for 2 inches. This mark right here has a lip on it, so it's just gonna be right up next to our fabrics and lock it in. Whoops. This does not slip at all. I love this quilting ruler. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I appreciate it. Oh, it didn't lock down. It doesn't slip once it's in there. Do you see how it's moving my entire fabric? It's wonderful. Just make sure it's all the way up next to that pink mark and go ahead and cut. And then there's one other step to cutting after this that I'd like you to do to your blocks to prepare them. And that is to cut off your selvages. So I just turn it this way. You don't have to use such a big ruler for that. And there's a good reason for this, so try to keep it fairly straight. Cut off your tips. And after you have them all cut, we'll be ready for sewing. For those who are doing the smaller of the quilts, or just the Leson star, which is just the center star, and I like to do alternating colors. You can do this solid if you like, or all one color. And cutting fat quarters, this part is for you. If you're doing the Leson star, this one is great for scraps. I cut for a mug rug. Let's cut them at 3 inches. This one's already cut. I'm going to do mine in red and black. And I'll be cutting my black. This is just a scrap that's 15 by just over 7 inches. So we'll be cutting that out for our black and red Leson. for our fat quarters, you want to cut the length, which is the 22 inches, not the 18. Go cut the 22. The white is a piece that I had that was left over, but it reminds me of that cutting or using bandanas is another frugal way of getting some pieces, because some fat quarters are pretty spendy, and there's some really pretty bandanas out there. So for my little small guy, I'm going to do it in red, white, and blue. I have my fabric stacked. And again, a shout out to my mom and dad for this ruler, and PM Quilting for making it. It has, I love this grippy stuff, and I actually ordered some to put on my other rulers. I ordered some off of Amazon. It's just a no slip grip tape. Okay, so we need, oh, if you're cutting fat quarters, this is really important. So even though I only have 2 red, if you're cutting the width of the fabric of a full length, you only need 2 strips. However, I have to double what I need if cutting fat quarters. Otherwise you won't get enough cuts out. So I have to actually cut 4 red. 4 red and, let's see, I believe it's 6 blue and 8 white. So 1, 2, oh, that one little thread. It doesn't want to let go. Number 3. Number 4. Almost done here, and then I'm going to show you how to lay out our strips and cut them. 4. Not quite lined up there. There we go. I love that stopper on there. Oh, that was 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can get rid of the red. My bad. We'll put that on the chair. For single fabrics, because of the lip in here, I like my regular ruler a little bit better. So if you're just cutting single, but this does work. And I like to use the same ruler throughout. My cutting. Whoop, another snag. It just happens. And then we get rid of the blue and cut 2 more white. There we go. One more. Down the lacer. Alright, so now we have our strips cut. We need to trim some ends. Let's move this ruler out of the way. And we'll take just a little square ruler. This doesn't have to be exact. You don't even need a ruler technically for this. You want to cut your selvage ends off, remember? We'll cut that many at a time. We'll cut these together. Do, do, do. Now, I wouldn't throw your scrappies away. I mean, you can, but I think our next video is going to be on how to use up our scraps. Or not our next video, but our next tutorial is using up our scraps. If they're big enough, most of them are. I put mine, I put them in an empty tissue box. So we have those cut, these cut, cut these, alright, and one more set. Remember, we're about real time here, it's not necessarily quick and fast videos. So it's nice to watch some quick videos, but I'm not about that. Anyway, I want to thank our new viewers and our new subscribers as well. Oh, I need my planning sheet, which is right here. So when you set up your strip sets for sewing, I lay them out so they're always the same. This being the bottom and this being on top. And in our next video when we sew them together, I will show you why that is. So then, yeah, so I say sew a lot. I don't know why. If you're a drinker and I say so, take a drink. Let's make it a drinking game. Okay, so we have red for our first strip set. Red, white. This is, I have to be careful with this one because this is white on white. Red, white, blue, and I have to do that twice, remember, because these are only fat quarters. So red, and then our white and our blue are proper, and I'm actually just going to set them on top of there because this is strip set 1. White for our next, my goodness, our 2 whites, and then comes blue. Actually, I can go this way, put those aside. White and then blue, our white and our blue, and then comes another white. So this is strip set number 2, and those will go on top of that. And then for strip set 3, we have blue. We start with blue. It goes blue, white, and then red. And I'm going to have to undo all of these. Alright, blue, blue, white, red, blue, white, red. Now we're all set. And I will catch you in the next lesson when we'll be sewing these together. I will be showing you some little tips, a little tip on how to save some fabric. And we'll take a break and I'll see you on the next lesson.